Good afternoon. My name is Rebecca Bittner, and I'm the principal of Ridgedale School. I would like to welcome all of our guests. This is a very special day for us, so thank you for coming out to celebrate the success of our graduates. I would like to introduce some of our dignitaries and special guests from Knox County Schools. Mayor Glenn Jacobs, Knox County Schools Superintendent Dr. John Ryswick, Assistant Superintendent of Student Success Andrew Brown, Director of School Culture Janice Cook, Director of Special Education, Dr. Karen Loy, KCS Region 4 Director, Cindy White, and KCS Region 4 Supervisor, Adam Parker. I would like to take a moment to recognize the parents and granny of our graduates. So if the parents of, if Daniel's mom and Damon's granny, will you please stand up? We have some flowers for you. And to the parents and granny of our graduates, please know that the staff and administration of Ridgedale have the deepest admiration and respect for all that you have done to get to this day, high school graduation. You have become and always will be part of our Ridgedale family. There's an African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. Some of the people in our village have titles, such as autism support, behavior support, speech language pathologist, occupational therapist, physical therapist, educational assistant, teacher, nurse. On behalf of all of those that had the opportunity to be part of each graduate's village, thank you. It was an honor and a privilege to serve Demond, Daniel, Jacob, and Sean. We have a very special guest with us today to deliver the address to graduates, Dr. Karen Loy. Dr. Loy holds a very special place in our hearts at Ridgedale. Dr. Loy is the founding principal of Ridgedale Day School. So she's come back home today. So Dr. Loy went on to be the executive principal of Northwest Middle School and then moved to the Department of Special Education Services, where she currently serves as Director of Special Education. So at this time, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Dr. Karen Loy. Thank you.
It always does feel like coming back home to Ridgedale. And if my voice cracks or a tear runs down my face, you all just know it's because of my deep love for this building, the kids that are in it, and the staff that serves here. Martin Luther King is one of my favorite heroes. He is such a prolific writer. He was such a great speaker. And there's just some of his quotes that just resonate with me through the years. And I have little index cards with some of them on in my office and in some frames around my office. And one of the ones that I love from him says, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving. I think that epitomizes the work that's done here at Ridgedale with the multitude of students that they serve each year, is that we have to keep moving. We have to keep making progress. And that's our goal every day with our students. And we've seen that out of these young men so much. I've known Monty since he was probably a kindergartner. And have loved your family for years, Miss Bennett. And the other children I have known as well. Some of them not so as long, but that one I've known a long time. I can remember when he was a little bitty and his hair was buzzed, but he loved to have his head rubbed. He may still. But the goal of really special education and this school as a whole is to make progress. And as Martin Luther King says, we got to keep moving. And what we've seen out of these kids through the young men now that we've had them all these years, some longer than other, is we've seen progress. We've seen progress in their self-help skills, where they've learned how to brush their teeth and wash their face and blow their nose sometimes or the things that we sometimes basic skills that we teach them. We work on those self-help skills, their ability to make a simple meal, to make progress is what we're concerned about. Boy, and one of the things we work hard on is their communication. And kids always communicate, but we want them to communicate in ways that others can understand it. Sometimes that's through communication devices. Sometimes that's through words, pictures, gestures, and those sweet facial expressions that we get that tells us sometimes when they're angry and sometimes when they're most happy. And today I see them expressing that they are happy and maybe a little bit nervous. We've watched them make progress in their ability to their learning, their basic skills, how they communicate, how they interact. We've watched them make growth in progress towards their independence. We have some that are leaving us, and they've been with Knox County Schools, most of them since they were 3 years old. And so we've had a long history of watching their progress and watching them make those independent steps. And today, Mom and Dad, Granny, we've always called Miss Bennett Granny because that's who she has been to us. You all are going into another area of independence when the kids are leaving us, and we will greatly miss them. One of the things I think we've seen progress in also is the ability to have meaningful relationships. And I think you could see that from an auditorium, a gym full of people today who have these graduates hold special places in our hearts. And we've watched them develop those relationship skills. They're deep within our hearts and our minds, and we have memories of them that will last us a long time. We love our stories about our kids and great things they have done with us while they've been with us at school. So as we talk about progress and leaving Ridgedale as a fond memory, that they're going to go on to much greater things, and we want that progress to continue. As part of special ed, we set goals and we measure progress and we work towards achieving those things, and that's what our very wish is for the students that are leaving us today, is that growth can continue. As parents, we wish you the very best in this progress of these young men, that they can continue to grow and mature and have very fulfilling lives as they grow older, because now you have adult children. They're not little boys anymore. You have adult men that you are parenting, and that is a different adventure than little kids, let me tell you. As our Ridgedale staff, I want you guys to continue to make progress too. And the thing I know about this Ridgedale staff, however long they're here, is that our kids grow in our hearts in a way that not all schools can do, because of the progress we made and the commitment day in and day out. And what I know about this staff as these four leave us is that they will open their hearts right back up, because you know what? We'll send somebody right in here behind them, and we'll journey them through their progress through education. Now, graduates, my sweet boys, I want you all to remember that there is great things ahead for you, and we're excited to watch what is going to happen in your adult life as you continue to make progress and to succeed and do great things. Please stay in touch with us. Parents, you all know where we are. You know how to get a hold of us. And please stay in touch so we can continue to enjoy that growth and that progress as they leave us. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Lloyd. At this time, we're going to take a moment to recognize each of our graduates. Jenny Bell will begin recognizing our first graduate, Damon Bennett.
Hello, welcome. Monty, I hate speaking, guys. I'm not a public speaker, so I'm super proud of this kid, Monty, though. So let me give a little speech for my dude. Damon, Monty Bennett, I've had the honor of being your teacher for over a year now. You were one of my first students as a brand new teacher, and you're the first student I'm gonna get to see walk across the stage as a graduate. You've grown so much over the years with me in the year and a half, but I've also heard countless stories of all of the things that you've had and fun that you've done here at Ridgedale, from people who have gotten to see your full spectrum of growth from the time you started here many years ago to where you are today. Monty, you have a smile and a laugh that is so contagious. Everyone knows it, and we can see it and hear it from a mile away. I'm so proud of the things that you have accomplished in your time here at Ridgedale, and I cannot wait to see all the things you do in the future. I will forever miss you entering my room each morning, and now with your now famous quote, "Smackdown comes on tonight, though."
Next up, Renee Casseret will be recognizing Daniel Bird.
Good afternoon. I stand here to say congratulations to Daniel on a job well done. And I realize that our journey together has been short, for I'm a new teacher here at Ridgedale. And I have nothing to say but thank you. To thank you and his family for allowing me to share this journey and moment with him and with you. And I know I speak for myself and all of Ridgedale, the Ridgedale family, because that's what we are. To celebrate this accomplishment, only for Daniel, but for everyone that we honor today. And with that, we meet you and greet you with hearts that are overflowing with pride. And we have our arms stretched out with hugs of support. And we find that our eyes are filled with tears of bittersweet goodbyes. Because as this chapter closes, we also know that another one begins. And we also find that we hope and pray that the smile that we see today, as brightly as it shines, and that will continue to shine, because your smile makes not just your life, but everyone else's life around you more beautiful. And with that I say, congratulations, Daniel, and to everyone. And at this time, I'd like to present Daniel's family. We have a graduation box, and it's filled with all of our cards, wishes, and favorite memories, and pearls of wisdom that we've learned through the years of sharing Daniel, and we say thank you. We want you to be able to remember your family here at Ridgedale as you start your new chapter with Daniel. So congratulations. Thank you.
Crystal Ormby will be recognizing Jacob Little.
Hi. My guy, he's not here. He left us back in March. He took off for bigger and better things. But I had no idea what to say until I actually heard Dr. Loy's speech. So I came here to Ridgedale last year, and everybody was telling me how awesome Jacob was and how much I was going to love him. And I'll be honest, at first when I met him, I was like, whoa, he's a lot. But it was like, hell. But later on, he did. He ended up really, because I was reflecting, I was like, yeah, he really got in my heart. And as everyone that works here knows, that he became my boy. Yeah, I don't want to cry, but yeah, he became my boy. When he left here, he had really grown. I don't know how, but the progress that he really made that really impressed me was he quit throwing away his lunch and everybody else's lunch. Yeah, he quit pouring out his food and pouring out his stuff, and that to me was huge progress, especially going out into the real world, because if he didn't want it, you know, it was okay, because he would throw it, instead of pouring it, but he would throw it in the trash and not take everybody else's and do the same thing. That was huge to me. But he made everyone smile. He would entertain everyone. And by the time he left, he was just putting on shows. He was just making everyone dance and laugh. But yeah, he was definitely the light, and he was my boy. And I miss him very much. But he's great. But I keep in touch with his mom. He's doing great. And so, but.
Now for the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. As I read each graduate's name, Superintendent Dr. Riswick will be presenting the diplomas. Damon Bennett.
There you go.
Daniel Bird. Jacob Little. And Miss Ormby's accepting Jacob's diploma. We are now going to take a moment to honor the memory of one of our former students, Sean Homer. Sean was a member of this graduating class. And we would like to ask his mother to come up to the stage to receive his diploma. And Miss Lawson? Ridgedale 2024 graduates, congratulations. At this time, you may move your tassel. We ask you to please join us now for refreshments and viewing of our graduation boards. I would like to thank Daniel's mom, Diane Bird, for providing all the refreshments, decoration, and our little photo area. And Diane wanted me to let everyone know the blue coated treats are chocolate covered Oreos. The yellow covered treats are golden Oreos. And please start with the side of the table with the drinks.